In this video, we're back comparing two awesome lenses, and they are the Tamron 28-75 F2.8 and the Sony 24-105 F4. We're going to break these two down so that you have everything that you need to decide which one's going to be better for you. Let's get into it. Today we've got a showdown of two very popular Sony E-mount standard zoom lenses, the Sony 24-105 and the Tamron 28-75. We're going to break these two down so that you have everything that you need, and here's a few specs to get you going that you'd find on the box or on the website. And real quick, right before we jump into a size comparison, if you haven't seen one of my videos before guys, my name's Stefan Malik and I do a lot of photography and filmmaking news, reviews, and tutorials, so if you like this video, if you enjoyed this content, consider hitting that like and subscribe button. Let's jump into size. In terms of size, both of these lenses are great. They're both around 4.5 inches long, but the Tamron does have the advantage when it comes to width, as well as weighing about 100 grams less. And that might not seem like a lot, but when you pick these two lenses up, there's definitely a difference. And there are some reasons why the Sony weighs more, but when it comes to the size category and portability, the Tamron's gonna win. Next we'll look at the build and some of the features of these lenses. They're both very well made, but the edge when it comes to quality and features does go to the Sony. Both the Sony and the Tamron are internally focusing, but do extend as you zoom. They both feel like they're made of quality materials, and the Tamron has no buttons or switches where the Sony has several. You'll find a convenient customizable focus hold button, as well as an automatic manual focus switch, and of course, one of the major differences, image stabilization. Another difference between these two lenses is filter size. The Tamron having 67mm filter threads, where the Sony has 77. They both share metal mounts, as well as a nice little rubber gasket for additional weather sealing. It's nice to see. So looking at the build and features category, the Sony definitely has the advantage in both regards. Okay, let's compare performance now. And both of these, again, are going to perform fantastically. Each lens does have advantages, and that's what makes this such a hard choice. First, let's have a look at autofocus. In my experience, there's no real clear winner here. They're both blazing fast, as well as accurate and reliable, whether you're shooting pictures or videos. The Sony might be a tiny bit more consistent, but I have nothing bad to say about the Tamron. I probably actually filmed the vast majority of these YouTube videos with the Tamron. Either way, neither of these lenses autofocus is going to let you down. Again, when it comes to image stabilization, only Sony has this option, and it does make quite a big difference, especially when you're zoomed in all the way to 105. And this is going to be one of the reasons that this lens is bigger and heavier than the Tamron, but you're going to have to decide if that's something that you need. And of course with the Sony you're also getting more on the wider end, 24mm opposed to 28, and a lot more reach at 105 compared to 75. So that extra focal length on both ends is really nice, but like I said, it does come at a cost of size and weight. Next we'll have a look at the optics and how these two lenses perform. And I'm not going to get into it in great detail. If you want to see an in-depth review and specifics on either of these lenses, check out my review on each. So long story short, surprisingly the Tamron's actually sharper than the Sony and almost as sharp as the G Master. It's fantastic, but both are going to perform great when it comes to image quality. Here's some examples from both of these lenses for you to be the judge. So I hope you like my little collection there. And yeah, as far as performance goes, they're both great and I love shooting with both of them. They've gotten their pros and their cons. One's a little bit faster, one's got image stabilization. So it's really hard to pick a winner. I'm not going to. They both get a check for performance. Okay, when we're talking value and the Tamron, you're just not going to beat it. At $879 US, the value just can't be touched by anything. Sure, the 24-105 is versatile with a lot of features, but it's $1,200. And for me, I have a hard time justifying that price difference. And there's always other options, and if you want the very best image quality, check out the 24-70 2.8 G Master. There's also the F4, but I'd stay clear of that one. And one last thing to note between the two lenses we're talking about today, the Sony has its standard 1-year warranty, whereas the Tamron has a 6-year warranty. It's nice to have that peace of mind when you're spending this much on a lens. So comparing the value between the two, the Tamron's just too hard to beat. It's a winner in my book. So honestly, both of these lenses are just fantastic and they're gonna perform great with whatever you throw at them. They're both great for travel and everyday use. If you like image stabilization and the classic reliability of the Sony native experience, then maybe go with the Sony. If you wanna save a few bucks, you like a more compact, lighter, and a little bit faster of a lens, consider going with the Tamron. But like I said, either way, you're gonna be pretty happy, I think. And like always, guys, here's my personal pros and cons for both of these lenses. All right, there's your comparison between the Tamron 28-75 and the 24-105. Hopefully I've answered all your questions and you have everything you need to make a choice now. But if I haven't, make sure you drop your questions and comments down below. If you want to pick one of these lenses up, if you want to buy one, I'll leave affiliate links in the description for you as well. And if you enjoyed this content, if you like this type of video and you want to see more, consider hitting that like and subscribe button. Like always, guys, make mistakes, be yourself, and get out there and take some more pictures. See you in the next one.